Talked about this a little bit already. The big idea when we get to geometry is, and it kind of goes along with our assumptions, is thinking about drawing pictures. Pictures worth 1,000 words. It really does help because it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, it's easier to see it. Okay, so when we're going through these examples, okay, the big idea is we're going to try and draw them, and then from there try and figure out the solution. We want to make sure that we're paying attention to details. So as we're reading the word problems, we're going to underline certain things. Okay? Now, 2 things for today. Number 1, there are going to be some aha moments or oh moments or frustrating moments. Okay? But that's the learning part. Okay? When that light bulb goes on. Okay? So, this should be challenging and fun, because to me, challenging is fun. Okay? Number 2 is work together, because it will help talking things out, making sure that people are doing the right thing. Okay, so I'm just giving you a little caveat as we get going. Okay, all right. So number 1 here says that volume 1 and volume 2 of a 2-volume set of math books sit next to each other. Okay, they sit in their proper order. What that means is that volume 1 is on the left and volume 2 is on the right, because we read from left to right. So volume 1 is here, volume 2 is here. Okay? All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and start trying to draw that. Okay? So here is a book. Okay? Here's volume 1. Okay, and then sitting right next to it is volume 2. Okay? All right? So, if we look at it on a bookshelf, volume 1 would be on the left, volume 2 would be on the right. Okay? Next, it says each front and back cover is 1/8 inch thick. So what they're saying is this hard portion that makes up the cover of the book here is 1/8 of an inch. Okay? It says then that the pages portion of the book, so all of this in between, okay, is 1 inch thick. All right? So to see it from, if I hold up this book, okay, the cover is 1/8 of an inch, but all these pages put together is 1 inch thick. Sounds about right, based upon what you see? Okay. All right. If a bookworm starts at the first page of volume 1 and burrows all the way through to the last page of volume 2, how far will the bookworm travel? All right, go. See if you can figure it out. All right, sounds like we got an answer. It sounds like the majority of the room got 2 1/4, and then one table's got 2 1/2. Everybody good? 2 1/2 or 2 1/4? Yeah. So if I say that you're all wrong.
Wait, what?
See? No? Okay, so like I said, okay, we got to think about a couple things here. All right, so we got to pay attention to the details, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show up the 2 books and you guys are going to see. All right, notice how it says it's starting at the first page of volume 1 and it burrows through the last page of volume 2. Okay, now, ready? So if I hold these up, okay, like this, where is page 1 of this book?
Already open from the cover.
Where is it? I hear O's. Okay, I told you that was going to happen.
I don't get it.
Where is page 1? All right, page 1, would you agree, is on the inside between the 2 books? A lot of you were thinking that page 1 is on the outside of the 2 books, like
so
back here,
it's
right?
1 and
Okay.
1/4.
So
One
some of you thought page 1 was here, but page 1 is right there in the middle. Okay.
It's 1 and 1/4.
Now, if I take this book, where's the end of this book?
Oh.
Is it here?
Oh,
Or is it also in between?
In between.
It's in between. So that means
It's a 1/4 of an inch.
basically
It's
the start of volume 1 and the end of volume 2 are side by side. So what would the answer then be?
1/4.
1/4, because it's an eighth of an inch for the cover and an eighth of an inch for the cover, and that's it. Okay?
Okay.
So, anytime they give you details, you gotta pay attention to those details. Okay? Aha moment, love it. All right, let's go to number 2. So again, let's pay attention to details. So in Reasonville, streets begin with a vowel, so I'm going to underline that, and they run north-south, unless they end with the letter D. If they end with the letter D, then they go east-west. So if it begins with a vowel and ends in a D, it goes east-west. If it begins with a vowel, okay, then it goes north-south. So, do we know what our vowels are?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Okay. All right, next. All other streets can go in any direction. Okay? Euclid. Which direction should Euclid go?
Wait, no. If it run on all the other streets can run wherever they want.
What does it begin with? Which is a? What does it end with? D. So it says if it begins with a vowel and ends in a D, then it goes east-west. Okay? All right. Let's do it again. Okay, you ready? Does it begin with a vowel?
Yeah.
Does it end in D? Yes. All right, so then it says in the sentence, if it begins with a vowel and ends in D, then it goes east-west. In Reasonville means nothing. It could be in a different city, okay? Same thing would apply. You said in Reasonville was confusing you. That has nothing to do with it, okay? All right, so I am going to draw a street that goes east-west. I am going to label that Euclid. That is an actual street, yes. Okay, if you've ever been down to Euclid down in Arlington Heights, Prospect, okay? All right, next. It says Euclid runs perpendicular to Germain. So therefore, yes, Germain goes north-south. So here's...
Put that at like the right angle.
Sure. Let's get in the habit of doing that, okay? All right? Everybody good with our pictures so far? Next. Fermat runs parallel to Germain. Where should we put it? North-south, east-west?
North-south.
North-south, because it's going to be parallel to our black line. Okay, so we can put it anywhere as long as it's parallel. And here is Fermat. And then, therefore, in which direction does Fermat run? You would say north-south. Okay? That one wasn't too bad. Right. Okay? But drawing it out helps. Okay? The big thing is, what I think she's still confused on is the Euclid. Okay? Beginning with a vowel and ending with a D means east-west. Okay? If you missed that part, then you would have, had it north-south and had it backwards. All right. Next one. Without drawing a picture, I want your answers. Okay? So, orange cones are placed every 10 meters of a 100-meter straightaway track, including the start and the finish. How many cones are there?
11.
11. 12. 12. Don't draw it out. I just want an answer. I want you to... 11. 12. 11. 11. All right. Who's going with 12? Why 12? Why were we going with 12? Because 10 times 10 and then start and finish makes 12?
Yeah.
But...
There's already a mark at the beginning.
Right. And so technically that's your 11th.
Yeah.
Because the beginning is actually what? 0. Okay? So now you're actually going to count that as one of them. And then 10 makes 2, 20 makes 3, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now if I draw it out, you can actually see it. Okay? And count your dashes, which makes 11. okay? So again, reason why I initially wanted you to do it without drawing it was I wanted to see what your initial reactions were. Okay, in the last class, we had a lot of 10s and a lot of 12s, okay? But you guys got 11 pretty quick, so it's pretty good, okay? All right? You are. That is true. And I hear you. Yes. Okay? All right, questions. All right, so big thing for today, okay? Drawing a picture helps. Pay attention to details. That's very, very important, okay? All right? All right,